Welcome everyone, how's it going? Scrembo here on another great video presentation for RNDR cryptocurrency price prediction for February 2024, aiming to discover the most important things, key levels, as well what are the expectancies and dominations in terms of the price action. We're going to be very rational in terms of the markets and portray the things that actually are discoverable through the language of the market. RNDR is up by 4% in the last 24 hours, having a great time near the $5 mark. And of course, this is a specific level that we used to call psychological. That's true. But when it comes down to a cryptocurrency, which is during an impulse movement, speaking about the major resistance at a psychological level is not that efficient. So speaking about the $5, which could stop us, is definitely not the most intelligent and efficient thing that could do. Now, before we get into the topic, make sure to like the video, folks, enjoy subscribing to the channel, and for those of you that enjoy trades, then you can get inspired. I have a lot of the YouTube videos with trades going around. This is basically also a live trade that I have on Bybit, $198,000 on this. It's running quite well on the BTC side, and we're enjoying riding it. At the same time, basically, you can join my trades if you think so. Option number one allows you without any prior fee, just a commission from the pure profits made. You can read more about it on my trading journal page, and you can find out more, simple and straightforward. At the same time, we have basically the one-on-one coaching as well for anyone that is interested into taking the crypto space seriously and believe in financial freedom. Then it's time basically to step forward and get the one-on-one education from me, which is preparing you as a trader. We're going to talk about those things at the end. Now, the daily candlesticks here for RNDR are something that we care about. Obviously, RNDR speaks on a long term, especially with the daily candles, and I'd like to share with you, we had our accumulation zone, not the most important thing for us to discuss about at this time. Yet what we care about is this is the major structure, golden pocket. We care about that one, and this is in between the $5 up to 5.25 cents, right? So we are basically having a 25-cent spread around, which always continues to act as a resistance pressure. One of the greatest things that we have been facing on the daily is that you got confirmed twice by 100 days moving average. And this is amazing, guys. I mean, the second time we got confirmed with an engulfing pattern appearing right next to it, it is basically an amazing bullish pattern out there for RNDR, which is obviously a necessity to be executed on the longs. You also broke out of the minor golden pocket structure of the Fibonacci, and then you're trying to deal with the major one right now. This one is obviously representing a certain level of selling pressure, but the crypto space is surviving and it's having a great time at this levels, will allow basically the altcoins to move. The movement we're expecting basically is going to be near the 1.618 and 2 as tops basically for February, which means that the 6.5 and the 7.2 should be touched. Of course, speaking about how hard a cryptocurrency can go in terms of the upside is something very difficult when it reaches a level of an almost price discovery range, and it discovers actually at the end of the day so much liquidity there in those price actions. It is basically very difficult to say that we are trading at $5 and it's going to stop at 7. No, you want to reach the 7 and see how does it behaves to say that it can stop at 7. You will not be able to say that it's going to stop at 6.5 or 7 right now during this very moment, but what you can say that is those levels are basically the targets for RNDR when it comes down to pushing towards the upside. Are we going to get to those targets without retracing? Definitely not. There is still another 31% to be printed from here to that level. And if we take it basically from the low, we have 83%, guys, necessity to go for the first target. This is not a joke. This is a very powerful swing movement of a strong impulse that is needed. So what do I look like in the, what do I check around? What do I search for when it comes down to the micro movement? The micro movement can get stuck basically on a 5.3, retrace back. This is the number one thing that I'm searching for in order not to deny the movement towards the upside. I cannot lose the 4.6, 4.5. With the internal Fibonacci, cannot lose that at all under any means. If I don't lose that, I can still speak about a movement above the top. If I lose that, I cannot speak about for the moment about a movement above the top. I'll have to speak about a potential reversal somewhere on the downside, which will be a total different story. So now Whether we get stuck at 5.4, 5.3, 5.25 and retrace back to 4.6 and push from there, or you break out right now like a wild and surf away, retrace from the 1.270 to 5.8 back to your previous top, or you completely retrace back to the golden pocket, it's still fine, folks, because the complete retrace will be a higher low established, right? So let me just clear up the things here a little for us to, so it will be a higher low established at any point, whether you do it from here or you do it from there. It's going to be a higher low. Do we need a higher low before touching, let's say, 7? Yes, we need a higher low of this structure to touch 7 or 6.5. The only way you can touch 6.5 without a higher low is that the markets of BTC will go wild from here, 43 grand into the 50 grand. Like, they're going to get $7,000 in 72 hours, 48 hours, and the alts will follow. So if that happens, alts will go 30%, guys. And this is the way you can get basically those targets without forming a higher low. Beautiful. That's where we are. This is what it matters. And that's what we care about at the moment. It's just about greatness. But you got to be careful that hunting for longs in terms of active trading, day trading, swings, scalps or so is dangerous when the markets have already had 41%, guys. Think about it. There's people that made 41% in this one already. And you're buying after the market moved 41% in a cryptocurrency. You can still speculate towards the upside. That's right. But at the same time, you need to consider that 5, 7, 8% movement downwards should not take you out. And you should be able to handle those. That's it, folks. Once again, if you'd like to participate in my trading, you can definitely reach out. Having a good time around it, 199 grand on this BTC trade. Feel free to reach out. This is my trading journey, and you can find out more. Just like with the one-on-one coaching, the video explains it in detail. How does it work? Register now for a free call with me, and let's get into the business. Between 4 to 6 weeks intensively, I'll take you by hand and teach you how to trade. Enjoy.